Hey guys, Namaste and welcome to our YouTube channel Tutor Pratik. On today's CSS session, we are going to learn about CSS background properties to give the various background styles. But before we start, if you still haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do subscribe our YouTube channel and press the bell button that it will be notified whenever we publish our new session videos. So let's begin today's session. And first, let's give the background color for our web page. For this, on body element, we will give a property background color, and on the value of this, let's give any color name like orange. Similarly, we can give a various color names like desert blue. We can also give the hex value instead of giving the color name like hash FF5590. Similarly, for the color value, we can also use a RGB, and inside this bracket, we will give three values. The first value will be applied for this red color and the maximum value will be 255, and the second value will be applied for the green. Let's give 150 and 0 for the last value blue. In this way, we can also give the color value by using another system, HSL. HSL stands for the first value H is hue, and the S is saturation, and L is lightness. So the first value will be for the color selection. Like let's give 9 for the hue, and the saturation is started from 1% to 100%. If you want the full color, you have to give 100% saturation. Then the last value is for lightness. For now, let's give 50% for this lightness. So you can give the color value as per your requirement by using any of these color systems. Now, when we need an image as a background, instead of using these colors, we can use another property, background image, and on the value of this background image, we can give the URL of an image. For now, I am using desert.jpg. Now we can see that in our background we have now an image, and we know that any image have their own image size. So when the screen size will be different, like I'm just going to zooming down, we can see that on default the images are repeated as a tiling style. By using the CSS, we can also control this repeating style of our background image. For this, we have a value background repeat, and on the value of this background repeat property, if you want to make just a horizontal repetitions, you can use repeat x. Now we can see that our background image has repeated only on the horizontal style. Similarly, if you want to repeat your background image vertical only, you can use the value y instead of this x. Now we can see that our background image has repeated in the vertical manner only. And when you don't need any repetition, you can use a value no repeat, which removes our background image repetition. So we have just one single image and there is no any repetitions of our background image. For now, I am just going to delete this background color and changing the background image to image1.png. For now, we have one background image, and on our background repeat property, we gave no repetition for this image. So when we scroll down our content, we can see that the background image has also moving along with this content. If you want to make this background image fixed and just scroll this contents only, we can use the another background property, background attachment, and on the value of this background attachment property, we can give a value fixed, which makes our background image fixed on our body. So when we scroll down our content, we can see that the text are going scrolling, but our background image has fixed on the same position that we had applied. Before, as a default, we have a background attachment property scroll. So when we apply this scroll property, our background image will also move along with this content. For now, let's make our background attachment to fixed. Here, as a default, our background image has placed in the top left side. If you want to change the position of our background image, we can use a property background position. On the value of background position, we can give the location of our background image as per our requirement. Like for placing our background image on the top right side, we can use a value top right. Now our background image has fixed on the top right corner. For each year, instead of using these individual background properties, we can use a single background property, and in the value to give the background color, we will give a background color name like orange. And again, if you want the background image, you can add a URL image1.png and space, and also we can define the repetition mode. For now, I don't want to repeat my background image, so I'm just going to give no repeat. Here we can see that we had applied our orange color of background, and we also added a background image, and we made no repetition for our background image using this single background property. And along with this, we can also add the position for our background image. For this, just give a space and give the location where our background image had to be positioned, like top right. In this way, by using this single background property, we can give our various values as per our requirement. Along with this, for our background, we can also give a multiple background images, and we can also position them individually as per our requirement. For adding multiple background images and give their individual position, we will use a property background image, and on the value we will give the location of our background images like URL image1.png. Then for giving the multiple images, we will use a comma, and again we will give another image location like border.png. After then, to positioning our multiple images, we will use background position. For now, I am giving the value top left for the first image and top right for the second image. After then, let's give no repetition for our background images. For this, background repeat, no repeat. Here we can see that we have two background images. The first background image has positioned to the top right side, and the second background image is positioned to the top right side. And again, for making easier, you can define these all properties in just single background property, like background URL image1.png, no repeat, top left, comma, URL border.png, no repeat, top right. So by using this single line statement property, we'll replace all these multiple lines. We can also change the size of our background image by using the property background size, and we can give the value on pixels like 50 pixels. Now we can see that our background image has a 50 pixel size only. On the background size property, instead of giving the pixel value, we can give the another values like cover, content, etc. To make clear about the difference between these values, let's take the another example. Here we have one example which shows the difference between the values of background size like content and cover. We can see that on our div 1 we applied the content. The background image has applied for this content area only. That means the background image has reduced into the content size. If we change the height and width of our box, like when we change the box size, height 150 and width 300, we can see that our background image has fitted as per our content size. And on our second div, we applied a background size as a cover value. That means our background image will cover all the area of our div size. And similarly, on our third div, we do not apply any background size. So the background image takes its original size. In this way, we can change the background color images for any elements as per our requirement. That's all for today. We will come back soon with new session videos. Until then, take care and goodbye.